Hey guys, we're gonna talk about our first week of the Big Lap and what we have done so far and things we liked and things we maybe didn't like. So, the first place we went was Byron Bay.
Yes, that was
What'd you think of Byron Bay?
very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
It's a very small, hippie town.
A little like,
We went to the lighthouse and the most eastern point
yes,
of Australia. It's very cool.
a lot of farmland, but feels like the city is a little overhyped. Maybe if we like lived there and we're local to it, but like as a tourist, there's really not that much to do. The beaches are just like,
Packed.
yeah, and they're not even that amazing, honestly. Like, I think the Gold Coast has better beaches. Ready to get my shoes?
After that, we went to Port Macquarie. We stayed in a campsite like a block away from the beach. Those beaches were nice.
Yeah, rocky though.
Town was like tiny.
Rocky but with good waves.
The hospital was great.
Yeah, it was like rainy and he cut his
Yeah,
His thumb
we didn't
off.
really. We went to the Koala Hospital, and
we
that
did a
was
really
cool.
nice coastal walk.
Yeah, and we walked like 10 miles along the coast.
But it was like
But
shite weather.
The worst part was I ended up in the ER because I chopped my finger off making dinner. It was like night 2 of our trip. But we're all good now. It's healing. And Port Macquarie was alright.
It was like nice, but I think it just kind of got like,
There's not much to do.
yeah, and yeah.
There's beaches
He
everywhere.
cut his finger off, so we were kind of just like stressed.
Yeah,
all the
cutting my
time.
finger off just kind of
Put a
like,
damper
yeah,
on the
made
mood.
us have nothing to do pretty much. And then after Port Macquarie, we went to
The Blue Mountains.
the Blue Mountains, Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. We stayed at a campsite right next to the hiking trails.
Yeah.
Um,
Worth it to
yeah.
be that close.
We literally walk across the street and that's the start of the hike. We saw the Three Sisters and Katoomba Falls waterfall.
But it was like the easiest hike you'll ever go on. They're all paved. Like you could really probably do it in flip-flops.
Yeah, every hike in Australia is like a paved path, no
Yeah.
like dirt trails or anything. It's
It's
like
insane.
paved paths with signs, like you can just do it in flip-flops if you want.
Yeah.
And our
Well,
first
we did
night
see a
there,
snake, which was cool.
yeah, we did see a snake. I think it was a brown snake, which are poisonous. Our first night there, we went to dinner at a cult restaurant.
On accident.
We didn't know it was a cult until we
my
got in
sister
there.
told me. Well, yeah, you could tell from the vibe. Like I would never have known until my sister told me. They were
Everybody was all Amish
like, yeah,
looking.
they're like Amish and creepy.
It's called the Yellow Deli. They have them set up like all over the world. It's a pretty weird place. Everybody's kind of like
It was a good
creepy.
sandwich though.
Yeah, the food was amazing, but we don't support like,
No.
what
we
they
don't
do
support-
and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
you know?
Like we'd never go there again, and we wouldn't have gone knowing. But like,
Yeah, but the food was good.
sandwich.
And then after the Blue Mountains, we went to Canberra, the Australian Capital Territory. Woohoo, King!
We saw the Parliament, the King.
Yeah, we saw the new Parliament House and the old Parliament House.
We went
And
to
the National Museum of Australia.
And the National Library. The War Memorial.
Yeah, we went to the Australian
pretty
War
sick.
Memorial. It was pretty cool. I'll show some clips
I
of
didn't
that.
even know that Australia had anything to do with any war ever, and apparently they helped us out a lot. And they helped like the British out a lot. And then we came in and we won everything.
Alright, but yeah, the campsite in Canberra was a little weird because everybody that was there was pretty much at Parliament protesting something.
And they were nutters.
And they were, yeah, some pretty nutty, crazy people, like, telling us to vote for Trump and stuff when we go home, like...
Yeah, like, you aren't American, you don't know what you're talking about, and you don't tell us what to
Yeah,
do.
telling us what to do, and we're American, like, nah.
Yeah, like, we don't come over here and tell you to
which
do
king to
stuff
vote
with the
for.
king. Yeah, like
Even though you don't vote for kings. And then after Canberra, we came down to Eden, which is where we are right now. And Eden is like a very mountainous but also beachy town, like sort of in the cliffs almost. Got a cool bay, and there's some like killer whale museum, some crazy story.
In Canberra, and then came here and went to a stupid museum and had to pay $30 to hear the same shit we just heard in Canberra. But it is a pretty cool story. Look it up, Old Tom and Twofold Bay. Look it up and read about it. It is really actually pretty cool.
Long story short, it's about whalers in the 1800s who would work together with these killer whales in this bay, Twofold Bay, and they would work together with the orcas and kill whales, and the orcas would take like the tongue and the lips of the whale. That's all they wanted, and then they would let the whalers take the rest of the whale to use for oil and stuff.
And the orcas would even like come to where the sailors lived on the edge of the bay and slap the water until they woke up, being like, yo, I found a whale, come get it. Rope from the boat and drag them out there.
Yeah. Overall, the first week of our big lap has been pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've been doing some fishing.
Caught nothing.
Caught
a
nothing.
crab.
Caught a crab. But, yeah.
Now, here are some things we like about our setup and we don't like. Start us off with what you like.
I really like our tent.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big and airy.
Yeah, it's nice to have
The
4
breeze.
windows after being inside a brick house.
I also like my fridge and battery setup.
Oh my
It's
God.
pretty great. It's working well.
Yeah, I like just like the convenience of literally everything being with us at all times. Like we were going to the library and Hayden goes, did you even bring your laptop? Like, yeah, I brought everything with me. It's all in the car. But one thing I think is that less is more, and especially that because we're starting out on the East Coast where things are like easy and you're not gonna be stranded or remote too much. I think we could have just bought a lot less and bought stuff as we went. Like we bought a water jug and we have non-drinkable water and drinkable water. I don't think we needed the non-drinkable water because all the campsites we stay at have water, have sinks.
Yeah, but I mean,
like,
we're prepared for the worst.
Yeah, we're
pretty
prepared,
much.
and like I know it'll all come in handy eventually. But I think starting out, we could have just had less because it just takes up a lot of space. You don't really need as much as you think. But I will say something that you don't want to like scrimp on. You don't want to scrimp on is like your kitchen and the things you're cooking. Like we bought one burner because we're doing it cheap and saving space, but I think we could have just like shelled out for a second one. I mean, it's working so far, but that is like a small luxury I wish we had.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like is how big our chairs are.
Yeah, but they're so
But they're
cozy.
very comfortable, so it's kind of worth it. So we're getting by. Everything's going great so far. Other than...
And we just had to pay $300. I just had to pay $300.
Yeah, and yeah, something happened with our air conditioning, and if we didn't fix it, then our engine would overheat. And gladly, this awesome mechanic dude brought us in this morning and fixed it within like an hour or two. And yeah, it was a couple $100, but now we don't have to break down on the side of the roads. We don't have AC anymore in Australia, which sucks, but
yeah, because we're going out west.
But it's better than getting stranded.
Yeah, I mean that's our house, so it's either our house breaks down or we're a little sweaty.
Yeah, and we don't even use the air conditioning anyways. We drive with the windows down. Gotta save on gas, you know. But yeah, everything's going great. We'll update you guys.
Comment down below.
Next
like
week.
And subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Ask us some questions.
Yeah, ask us some questions. ask us what
What
you
do you
want to
wanna
know
know?
about the setup,
What do you want to know
about what we're
us?
doing, how much we're paying, you know,
How
any
we
little
got
details,
here,
drop
how
it down in
you
the
can get
comments.
here, how you can be just like us.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the like button.